I really want to be to the point about not letting 2020 get away from you and to not write it off. So we have 4 months left, okay? 4 months left. What is possible in 4 months for you? And this is super important because I know there's a lot of fatigue out there at the moment in regards to the virus, which is completely fair enough. We all go through it. We have good moments, we have bad moments, we have good days and we have bad days, okay? And that's all okay. But what we don't want it to do is we do not want to let 2020 get away from you, another year to get away from you, because I think we've all been on this roller coaster of saying, oh, you know, New Year's Eve, I'll start this, Monday we'll start this. We talked about this last week and stuff like that. So 2020 has 4 months left, guys. 2020 has 4 months left. And what do you want to accomplish in these 4 months? Because there's a lot that can be accomplished in 4 months. So I'll give you some examples. So in the first 28 days of making a change, here's some things that happen to some lovely ladies. So I have some people who have started and they have been diagnosed with pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes. They've been given medication. They have really high blood pressure. They have glucose levels that are off the chart. And within 28 days, dramatic results in regards to your blood work, okay? Dramatic results in regards to your glucose. Moving from type 2 diabetic back into a pre-diabetic category, or from the pre-diabetic category, you know, you could be considered no longer pre-diabetic. So if someone could tell you in 28 days you could change your status about diabetic, what would you do? Would you do something about it without needing medication? What would you do? If someone could tell you in 90 days you could lose 10 to 13 kilos and still get to eat, not kill yourself at a gym, not count anything, okay? Counting nothing. That's not what I teach. What would you do? If somebody could tell you that you could feel better at any weight, at any number on the scale, about yourself in 90 days, what would you do? If you could go into 2021 feeling good about yourself, no matter what number you are on the scale, what would you do? If you could be proud of yourself, if you could be making choices for your body that fuels you, gives you more energy to spend with your family, gives you, one lady keeps talking about like her sense of humor has come back. She was not happy. Okay, so she wasn't interacting with her family members and friends as a confident person. She was grumpy, would avoid going out. Okay, like if that could change in 2 weeks, let alone 90 days, what would you do? If you could just overall be a healthier, happier version of yourself at any number on this scale, what would you do? Because this is your opportunity. So you have 4 months left of 2020 and you get to write that story. What do you want it to look like? So I think that we've all, myself included, you know, taken some little mental breaks since we haven't been able to take physical breaks. So we've gone on some mental vacations. We've probably gone on some, you know, food prep vacations where we haven't been doing it. We haven't been doing our non-negotiables. So today my post is, what is your non-negotiable? And I'm going to post that for the rest of the week. Whether you're in coaching or not in coaching, feel free to take part. So a non-negotiable is something that you can commit to each and every day. Does not need to be big, and don't make it more than one thing. Okay? Really little. It is the little things that you do that add up that get you the big results. So what can you commit to today that is one thing that will move you forward just a little? Move that needle forward just a little each day. And that's what we'll focus on this week. So if you want to partake in that, post what you're focusing on. Check back in on the post later in the day. You can say that you've done it. For me, it's no snacking. I have been way too lenient in regards to that day snacking. Walking by and Zoya's food out and having a bit here and there, right? So It needs to stop. It needs to stop for sure. So, what are you needing to do? What are you needing to do to move your needle forward this week, each day? You can pick the same thing each day, okay? That's perfectly fine. If you just need to remind yourself, somebody wants to remind themselves in regards to bone broth, and if they kick themselves up the butt and they do that for one day, then they may move on to something else the next day. Doesn't matter what you do, it's up to you. How long you need to focus on something is completely okay. So I will focus today on snacking, and I will make a decision about tomorrow. So do not let 2020 get away with you. 4 months left. Look to 4 months from now, and what do you want to be doing? Who do you want to be doing it with? How do you want to feel? And then make a decision what that looks like for you. Do not let 2020 get away. Do not make excuses or stories in regards to this virus stopping you from doing what you want to do. Because I can tell you that every single lady in coaching, many of whom have lost their employment, are winning. They are winning with their dress sizes in reduction. Some measure themselves and they're winning on that. Some still step on the scale even though they shouldn't, are winning, okay? And their mind and their heart and their health are stronger than they were or would be if they weren't in community, okay? So you can take part in the posts. You can seek more questions if you have it in regards to coaching, if that's something of interest to you. Do not let the balance of 2020 get away from you. It is there. It is sitting there for all of us to grab and to finalize out how we want to come home strong. Okay? Lots can happen in 4 months, lots can happen in 3 months, and lots can happen in 28 days. So you get to choose. You get to choose how you want this year to end. You get to almost take control of what you can control in a time when so much is out of control. So that is your choice. If anyone wants any help, a couple options are currently available. One-on-one, I'm almost full. Okay, so if you want to have a discussion about one-on-one, we would need to talk about start date. Because of that, I'm going to do a group coaching program, which I will start on the 5th of October, which will give you 90 days as a group. So I will start to release some details around that, okay? So I will have a group with a set start date, which will be the 5th of October. And I'll release some details around that. One-on-one is you get to nominate your start date, but I really probably can only take 1 to 2 more people on at this stage, if it's the right fit in regards to that, okay? So I really want you to not let 2020 get away from you. I don't want you to have any regrets. No regrets. That's the most important thing. Participate in the group. Post what your goals are. Post what your non-negotiables are this week. Let's focus on that. Let's make that needle move forward for you and have you feel great and proud about your results. Okay? Take care. Bye.